Up nicely, so Dwayne Bishop on pole. Can he repeat the dose and get that good start? With the QS Boat Builders, Formula Sport and Bears, and we're underway. A great start. Malcolm Belski on that front row of the grid. He's going to have a good old drag race with Dwayne Bishop. Sam Willesee a good start as well off the outside of row number 1. And Richard Mark Barrett on the Night Tools BMW S1000RR. He'll slide into about 5th place behind it. Looked to be Johnny Lewis on the J. Lewis Builders and Ctas supported Ducati Panigale V4. Him and Heath Boddicker. The battle for the mainland bragging rights is going on with those two V4 Panigales, beautiful looking machines. But it is Dwayne Bishop on the Aprilia RS V4. He leads them through the S's, and looks like Sam Willesee, he's got himself handed to the pace in about 2nd place as they go left out of the hairpin. And a much better start this time. We are all away and going. So it is Dwayne Bishop, Sam Willesee. Then you look to, I think, Richard Mark and Barrett. Looks like those iTools bikes are there breaking hard into turn number 6. Nick Ritchie, this is going to be good. We love Formula Sport and Bears action here around Manfeild.
We certainly do, Bradley, we certainly do. Bears, there's lots of interesting bikes out there, mixing it up with the Gixxers and all that, so some of these riders enjoy the finer things in life with their European machines. Those Panigales are certainly beautiful weapons, Bradley, so just taking a look as we round out our first lap of racing, and it's certainly Dwayne Bishop looking comfortable in the lead there. So just taking a look as well for the viewers at home, we'll just take a look at the lap record so far for the Bears. So the senior class, that is a 1 minute and 8 second .21 lap time. That is your lap track record. That was set by Jason Bardell in 2018. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe this track has heated up a bit during the day. It's good to see that the rain has held off, Bradley, and we're seeing pretty dry surface out there.
Oh, this is one hell of a performance so far. Dwayne Bishop a 1.8 second lead after lap number 1. And this is the Dwayne Bishop we have come to expect around Manfeild. Talking to him yesterday morning, and didn't really have much in store for the rain, but just knew he just needed to get up the sharp end of the field, get away here with some good championship points, because he'll come alive. He's had wins around the streets of Wanganui and knows at the business end of this season he will be the man to beat. So Dwayne Bishop leads handsomely. It looks like Heath Boddicker's got himself into 2nd place on that 167 machine, so well done to Heath. The mainland bragging rights certainly advantage Heath at the moment. We've got good starts as well from Malcolm Belski, Richard Mark and Barrett in there with Sam Willesee, as well as Johnny Lewis. So a classy top 6 as we cross the strike. We'll get you updated here. But it is Dwayne Bishop leading by 1.2 seconds. Heath Boddicker a little bit quicker that time around, so look out. Heath is coming to Malcolm Belski, Richard Mark and Barrett, Sam Willesee and Johnny Lewis. That is your top 6. As we see Jason Bardell getting himself in the mix as well. A classy top 7. QS Boat Builders, Formula Sport and Bears, Dwayne Bishop. Well, Nick, I think, look at Heath Boddicker. He is certainly reeling him in. He's coming for him under that 1.8 second domination of lap number 1. Certainly doesn't look like he's going to have it his own way here.
No. He's got a bit of work to do to maintain that, but you can see the riders are setting into a bit of a groove. The top 4 is spreading out there as we head through the middle straight. Awesome to see such intense racing with all classes so far, Bradley. So I'd be very happy if you're a spectator today. You're going to see some exciting stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be something special. Dwayne Bishop leads out of turn number 6. Higgins, a beautiful banked right-hander. They fly down the back straight. There's some beautiful machinery on display. And that Aprilia RS V4 in the hands of Dwayne Bishop certainly knows its way around here. Heath Boddicker reeling him in well, and truly Malcolm Belski sitting in 3rd. He's not letting Heath get away either. So look at one of the rides of the day yesterday. Malcolm Belski did all the hard work with 2 corners to go. Managed to get himself Formula Sport win. So we've got junior and senior as well, so we'll keep you updated. We've got the 600s Formula 2 bikes out there, as well as our big 1000s. So we'll try and keep you updated on the respective classes. But Dwayne Bishop with a 1 second narrow advantage over Heath Boddicker, but the fastest man on track was Malcolm Belski that lap around. He is right on the back of Heath, so look out for this one. They're dragging along Richard Mark and Barrett as well, so at iTools BMW, certainly handy to the pace. Johnny Lewis and Sam Willesee just slipping away a little bit in 5th and 6th place, but that's looking good. Jason Bardell, that's the one in 7th place, ahead of Stephen Leggett on the Motor Movers machine. It's 8th place for him. Shannon Dallow there in 9th. We've got Graham Jarrett, Go the Mud, on the Team Rees Racing Roadkill performance machine there, 10th place. Mark Perry in 11th, Jeff Crute in 12th. Jeff Rogerson, another one of the iTools members there, in 13th with James Rogers and Ronan Bullock. That will round out your top 15 as things heat up down the back straight. Malcolm Belski looks like he's got himself tangled up with Heath Boddicker as they go toe-to-toe around turn number 7, but we're going to tick off lap number 4 to go, and it's still anyone to the front there.
Yep, certainly, and just see there coming into turn 7, we've had a change for second place. Malcolm Bielski stepping up there on the Zip Plumbing Jigsaw 1000, so excellent ride from Malcolm. Brad, you were mentioning he was running pretty hot yesterday, so awesome to see, and now you can see that top 4 has tightened up considerably, hasn't it? So Dwayne's got a bit of work to do to maintain his first position, his race to lose at this point.
Absolutely. Look at Malcolm Bielski stalking him into the left hand of the hairpin here at Manfeild. That is certainly the man. He was purple lap times last time round. He was over half a second quicker than Dwayne, so look out. This is going to heat up. Heath Boddicker, after reeling in Dwayne Bishop's, now starting to lose touch with that leading duet with Richard Mark and Barrett piling on a little bit of pressure there. So third and fourth not done for, and Johnny Lewis not letting them get away either. So there's a genuine 5-way tussle at the front. It's going to be one of these 5 riders you'd have to think would take this win, but the race shortened to 8 laps after the restart, and things heating up. So it is Dwayne Bishop, Malcolm Bielski, but nothing in it as they go around turn 7 and come down the front straight. It's going to be 3 laps ago when they cross the stripe. The top 2 are sort of clearing off into the distance here, and then we go back to Heath Boddicker ahead of Richard Mark and Barrett and Johnny Lewis. So some awesome beers racing in there. We've got the Suzuki Malcolm Bielski. Done a lot of work in the off-season, caught up with him yesterday, and said he's been building for the summer for some time now, and can't wait to get going. He had a win here yesterday, and now I reckon odds on pretty good looking here. So we've got a lap rider through the S's, so Dwayne has to sort of hang up and brake hard, but that's tightened it up at the front. So let's see into the left-hander as we get really tangled up now. These front 2 have got nothing between them now. Malcolm Bielski and Dwayne Bishop just hits a neutral or misses a gear coming down the hairpin, and Malcolm Bielski eats him easily down that centre straight. So a bit of drama here. First the lapper, then the gear change selection. So we've had a change of the lead. Malcolm Bielski inherits it, and meanwhile that has tightened up that whole top 5 as the 3 behind them. Nick starting to get himself involved in this one as well.
Yes, certainly. Geez, Malcolm Bielski's been biding his time, Bradley, and is making a smooth pass through there in the middle straight. Unfortunate for Dwayne to run into a bit of trouble in there, so he's now got a bit of work to do if he wants to salvage the win there. So just to update the viewers at home, your top 5 for Beers Racing and Formula Sport, just as our timing rolls over. Richard Mark and Barrett in 5th, Johnny Lewis in 4th, Heath Boddicker 3rd, Dwayne Bishop now in 2nd, and Malcolm Bielski is your race leader.
Only by 0.2 of a second though, there's nothing in it. They go hard into the yeses. Dwayne Bishop will not want to settle for second place. He'll want to try and win this one. He did talk to me at the start of the weekend about just being right up the sharp end and accumulate as many points as he can to head into the cemetery circuit, but once that visor goes down, Dwayne Bishop, he'll want to race hard. So the man from Wanganui on the drain wheel, CJ Newland logging Mitre 10 mega supported machine. He's a long-time campaigner of the Suzuki International Series, an experienced man in Beers Racing, and he'll want to fight hard for this one here. But him and Malcolm Bielski lead into turn number 6. Higgins, a beautiful sweeping banked right-hand corner, one of the coolest corners in New Zealand motor racing. Then we look at that trio in behind. That's the battle for the podium. Heath Boddicker leads ahead of Johnny Lewis and Richard Mark and Barrett there in 5th place. We'll get the update with Sam Willis. He's still hanging on in 6th place. He's on the smaller powered GSXR 750, so he will be one of those guys that will really suit the streets of Wanganui with a slightly nimbler bike. He's had wins around the cemetery circuit as well. I can't wait to get there for the 71st running of the meeting. As the white flag comes out, it is still Malcolm Bielski, but it's gone out to 0.3 of a second. Where is Dwayne Bishop going to do it? I think he's done it into turn 1. Look at that, we've seen it unfold. What a move, Dwayne Bishop, he's got it done. And leads into the S's. That trio in behind is certainly not in touch with that front 2. Is Malcolm Bielski close enough to have a look into the left-hander? I'm not sure. There's a couple of lap riders to contend with, but half a lap away from the final of this Beers and Formula Sport action. There's been an 8-lapper full of action, and Dwayne Bishop, what a performance just into turn 1. Got the job done, and now just needs to tick this one off. He's got turn 6, the back straight, turn 7 in the front straight to go, and he does a wonderful job out of Higgins. This is going to feel pretty good. He's got the advantage. Dwayne Bishop, as they go down the back straight. Malcolm Bielski, after his win yesterday, he'll want to try and hang on to this one. And then we go back to that trio. Heath Boddicker leads the best of the rest for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Well, let's ride our race leaders. There's lap riders to contend with. Can we see if we can get around them all? As the checkered flag ready and waiting, it's Dwayne Bishop and Malcolm Bielski, and they're going to run to the line. It's going to stay with Dwayne Bishop. Well done to Bish. He's going to absolutely love that. After salvaging a podium with wet tyres on yesterday, that will feel mighty good. Malcolm Bielski, after doing a lot of hard work in the middle of the race, will have to settle for 2nd, but to go with his race win yesterday will still be our points leader heading into the 3rd and final race. Congratulations to Johnny Lewis, who ended up getting the home for the 3rd place. ahead of Heath Boddicker and Richard Markham Barrett. Home in 6th place for Sam Willisey, and then go to Mark Perry ahead of Jason Bardell and Stephen Leggett there in 8th and 9th place. So awesome stuff. Graham Jarrett, go the mud, he comes home in 10th place, so that's another good top 10 to go with the 6th here yesterday. Some good quality championship points in our Bears and Formula Sport, and thank you to QS Boat Builders, excellent in alloy. Dog, that was something special. We love Bears racing, and that was pretty good for the fans.
Certainly was, and just watching the racecraft of both Dwayne and Malcolm, both making beautiful passes on each other throughout the race there, and yeah, just seeing that mistake from Dwayne earlier in the infield, and Malcolm took full advantage of it, but ultimately Dwayne coming in at the end of the race and biding his time to take the win. That's certainly very special for him. So no, we're very excited. That's what we came here to see, was some action-packed racing in the Formula Sport and Bears, both junior and seniors out there. Some good rides there from some of the smaller capacity motorcycles as well, like you were mentioning, Brad, Sam Willisey with a awesome effort out there on the 750. You know, on these longer tracks, it's certainly a good bike to have around the cemetery, but especially on these longer circuits, you can run into just a lack of capacity compared to the big boys, certainly. So good ride from Sam to get up there, and now we will be handing it down to Neil on pit lane as we take a look at our top 3.
All right, just before we head to Neil down in pit lane, we've just got a message for the public here. There's a maroon Nissan with a registration HGU 348 in the public car park. The dog is inside and getting quite a little bit uncomfortable there. So if there's a owner of a Nissan in the car park, or the public car park with HGU 348 registration, please go and tend to your dog inside. So thank you very much, and we will now head down to Neil, who's got our podium for QS Boat Builders, Formula Sport and Bears.